Hey, what's up? Gonna do one more update to show everyone I've done so far. Changed a few things that I was gonna do as far as wiring, so I figured I'd show that since I made a previous video. So let's see. As you can see, a lot of this is a lot more cleaned up. I think I am gonna make a plate, metal shavings. But yeah, I had a lot of the wires coming through here. I thought I'd put them over here and through there, but as you can probably see, or if you already know, there's a bump stop right there. So this bar right here will compress, and there's a bump stop right there. So putting wires there isn't as ideal as I thought. Uh, Still have them running back there, but I have them coming through just over the oil tank. So I'll have to probably put maybe some heat protection. I think I could use like some fiberglass or do some extra wraps, but it's good to keep your wires protected from the heat. It's not as bad up here, but once you start getting to the oil tank, you're gonna collect some heat. So let's see what else I got going on. I got my exhaust, but I got to make a lower bracket. You can see pretty good looking up sweet pipes, and then I have the cocktail pipes on the wall too that I'm gonna run. So I'm gonna have to make maybe a bracket up here and definitely a lower one. It comes with one, but I think it may adapt to the stock setup, and I don't have that stuff anymore. So, but I have a welder, so that's helpful. And I got my fender mounted. I got my wheel on, and then I got it's a Shinko cheapo, but looks good. Double white wall. Um, got that mounted on, and then I just made a brace or a mount for my fender. Finished that. Not the best welds, but it'll definitely hold. I'll definitely have to run the sissy bar because you can see like these welds here aren't very good. Um, the other one's a little better. It's funny because I ran into the two problems. One, this area is obviously really thick, and you need high heat to really weld into there. And my welder's the smaller welder, so definitely don't have the heat. So I just turn it up as best I can and weld as best I can. It does a job, but it's to me it's better for sheet metal in my opinion. But so with the fender, if you see that, it's like I did the opposite. I didn't really hammer on it enough because I have a thick piece of metal here and a thin piece of metal here. This is where like TIG welding is like awesome because the heat is not distributed so much. It's really isolated, and so it allows you to get your weld in and for it to start cooling faster. Uh, with this stuff, you burn through with the regular welder pretty quick, so that's why it's not that pretty. Basically, kind of. I mean, the good thing is that it's welded, but yeah, I penetrate it and then kind of stop, let it cool for a second, go again, and then I just fiberglass it at the end to make sure it's sealed up. Um, that's gonna cover you for when it's time to paint. So, and then let's see, I got my tank mounted. I had to do a few little adjustments, but it's not too bad. I think I'm gonna stay with that. I wanted to make a lower cover, but I didn't do that. I'm probably just gonna leave that be for now. Um, yeah, I'm getting pretty close. I need to do the sissy bar and the seat, and I'm gonna do kind of crazy seat. Hopefully, it works out. Um, but I'm gonna make that thing collapsible. That way, I can still use my suspension. So we'll see how that works out. I have a game plan, but that doesn't mean it's gonna work. The last resort, I have solo seats with short spring. So um, yeah, I actually don't remember where I left off some of my videos. So I also got this wired up. You didn't see that. Uh, these are kind of cheapo little mounts. I thought I'd try it. I was like, well, you know, everything's wired in for this stock one here. So this is a relocation mount. Uh, it's China's finest. So it's like an eBay buy, but uh, took a while to get here, but works pretty good. Looks pretty clean, so I dig it. Good enough. So yeah, I think the bars are pretty much done. I gotta put the boots on still, um, but I didn't have a heavy screwdriver for these. Um, I need to go get a big screwdriver bit probably. Yeah, bars are on. I ran this mirror that I had from one of my shovel heads, and yeah, I can't remember some of the stuff I did from the other video. So I don't remember what I was hoping to show, but hopefully I covered most of it. I'll end. I do have all the wiring for the tail lights and the rear blinkers, so I'm hoping I can do something pretty creative with that too. I have still some cool tail lights, but I don't know. I guess these things you're always changing your mind, doing something different. But yeah, the thing I'm most excited about actually is the seat. I'm gonna try to make a king and queen, and I'm gonna try to make it so it's somewhat collapsible. It's gonna have some pinch points, so I'm gonna have to try to make it safe for the passenger. It'll be safe for me. I know that. Yeah, the pinch points will be here, so it'll collapse into itself. Hopefully, well, like in this area. So it'll. My thought was to bring it up here, give myself back support, round it, and then it'll finish rounding off up here, go up, and I'll leave a space here, a void in here, and I'll overlap so that it'll collapse into itself. That should work out pretty good, but in theory, but in application, stuff doesn't always work out the way it's, you hope. So uh, most of us that do this aren't engineers. So we'll see how that works out. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. The thing looks pretty cool and be a fun bike to ride around. Uh, yeah, I'll just keep you guys updated. I'm all bundled up. It was freezing in Washington State right now. It was the temperature's dropping to 20, surprisingly. So, been welding though, so now I'm warm. So, all right, you guys, take care. Give me one last look.